Hello and welcome to DevLog number 1 for this game I'm making. Um, if you are familiar with my channel, you know that I usually play games and talk over them. But now I'm going to be making a game and talking over it. So a little bit different, but here we go. I've never made a game before, just as a preface. I've never done it. But I'm deciding to make one, and it's a game that I kind of want to make, and it's not created, so why not make it? if it doesn't exist, make it, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? So here we are. So the basis of it is you're on this island here. It's a little bit of a causeway here, a couple little islands and some causeway bridges going to this nice central small island where people can come and park here and check out your bait shop, buy some bait, some fishing supplies, and get on and go on with their day, go fishing. And it's really cool. We have a little dock here in the back where we can fish off of and throw the cast net. Eventually, I don't have those coded in just yet, but we're gonna get there. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Or we can go ahead and get in the game and play in a second, but as you can see in the background here, we have some backdrop stuff. As you know of backdrop stuff, since this is about 3 days in of working on this, it's just very primitive. Everything's very primitive right now, but everything I've had to do by hand, if it's not obvious enough. But I'm gonna try and work on it. I kind of like this aesthetic though, so but I don't know. I'll have to hear some advice from other people. But here we go. Let's go ahead and play. So we start out here in front of our bait shop. Sometimes when I load in, it's a bit choppy. I am also recording, so I think my screen is having a hard time because there's 2 or 3 4K screens going at the same time, and I've got to upgrade my graphics card, and it's just too expensive to do that at the moment. But as you see, we did start out here in front of our bait shop, but I do want to go over the sun. We do have a sun in a skybox and shadows. And also, there's a day and night cycle. As you can see in the top right, we do have a time, which is very nice. We also have our money amount to start off with in the very beginning. So, like I said, 3 days in, I haven't really done too much with the main meat of the game, story-wise and whatnot, but I've kind of got the base to go off of, I think. So, lots of cool little things. We can run around here, and there's 4 invisible walls. Of course, we'll run into at some point, but we can go take a dip down here if we want, or whatnot. But as you can see, there's a wall right about there. You don't really need to go too far at the moment, not just yet. In the future, I'll have a way for us to take a boat out and go deep sea fishing for some different kinds of fish, but that's a long ways away. I'll get there eventually. So here's my bait shop. Some clipping and stuff, but I still gotta fix that. We have our windows here, and we have our door. We hit E on our door. Of course, it says welcome to your new bait shop. Open the shop door to begin. We do that, and now it says go check your computer in the back. So we go ahead and close that door. I put in some lights yesterday. I figured out how to do that in Blender, and then add the light detail in here. It was poking through the wall or clipping through the walls, but it was an easy little checkbox to fix that because I did have the issues out back here with this light clipping through the wall. But no more. Like I said, we do have our door here, like I said I was talking about before, to go out back, and it's the same as the front. I'm not sure if the front door, if I want it to slide in and out, because I don't know if I really like the door opening out this way. I would rather have it slide into the wall like an automatic door, but we'll get to that at some point. We have our computer and desk here. We can go ahead and hit E on our computer, and it's going to open up our screen. I did this last night, so I didn't put a logo in here for anything yet, or anything like that at all. So it's just a really basic thing. I'm going to add a couple things, a couple more apps. This is going to be our Lamazon app, where we get to order all our stuff. And this is going to be where we pay for bills, and then we'll have a spot where we can hire people at some point as well, but that's down the line. Unfortunately, I did not code a way to get out of this just yet, so we have to quit and go back in, but that's fine. We'll go back around back here and check out the dock. We have our palm trees here with some coconuts up in them. And we have our dock here. It's a very long dock because I want to try and make it to where if we fish or cast net off the sides, we catch more bait. And then once we go deeper, we start to catch the bigger stuff, the bigger fish, which will be really cool. And also have a way to have boats pull up and park and people get out and come into the store. Or a way for us to have our own boat that we live on, maybe. Or maybe we can use to take deep sea fishing. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas going around right now in my head. And there's a lot of different ways I want to implement them. But if you have any tips or tricks for me, let me know. Because I've never done this before. And I'm just kind of really watching videos and trying to figure it out myself. It's taken a while, but it's very frustrating too at times, but it's also it's challenging, but also very gratifying once you're able to get stuff done. Like this all started with a blank square, like with blank nothing. There was nothing. It was ether. It was nothing, but then now it's something. So hopefully one day it becomes even more of something. So that'd be really nice. I think that's pretty much it. My next goal is to flesh out the main meat of the game, I think, and add the quest line for our computer here to be able to order stuff. That way we can start placing shelves and let's get out of there real quick. That way we can start placing shelves and being able to place our cash register wherever we want, our shelves wherever we want, and being able to order supplies and being able to store the supplies out back here and selling them. So cool. That's it for now. I'll do another one of these here later on. But as always, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you all next time.